This is the Talking About the Hoosiers podcast, presented by HoosierIllustrated.com.
Indiana basketball took down North Alabama in what was kind of a bounce back game after a really poor performance against Morehead State on Tuesday. Hoosiers really played well offensively, scoring 83 points in an 83-66 win, led by Malik Renew, who set a career high 25 points, four threes from him. Kyler, what do you see from Malik Renew today?
Man, Malik Renew had obviously it was his best game that he's had, wearing an Indiana jersey. To go 4 for 4 from three, I don't think anybody expected that today. But he was taking what the defense was giving him. Obviously with the scouting report, if you're looking on North Alabama's side, they were looking at, if he's got a wide open three, make him shoot threes. And, Malik just took advantage of that tonight. He went from being on the questionable on the injury report to being the best player of the game today. But yeah, just a big game for him. And the fact that he played 27 minutes without picking up a single foul, I think that's honestly one of the most impressive parts of what Malik Renew was able to do tonight. So, for a sophomore, he's really has taken on that role as the leader of this Indiana front court. He's very vocal. And he's just maturing before our very eyes, I think, a lot. So, props to him tonight. He came with an edge, and he wanted to get the job done tonight. And he really showed off his versatile skill set that I think was hidden a little bit last year. But if he can continue that moving forward, I think Indiana's got a real dangerous weapon in Malik Renew.
Yeah, ball movement tonight was huge for Indiana. Trey Galloway set a career high with 9 assists. I guess, what did you see from Indiana against the UNA zone? And I guess the switch between man and zone for UNA.
Yeah, just sticking with the ball movement, that was it was beautiful tonight. And Indiana did a really, really good job of not rushing anything. There were a couple of forced ones, where they just kind of got tangled up into, a lane or anything like that. There was a couple of bad passes. I think they ended up with 9 turnovers, which is great. Considering the fact that they've had, around 11 to 12, consistent turnovers all season. But the fact that they were able to move the ball, they weren't getting pressured up a lot. I don't think North Alabama's defense was that aggressive tonight. So the Indiana really took advantage of that. But the fact that they removed the ball, and get those wide open threes, that was huge for them and everything. So when the defense is clicking with Indiana and they can turn around on the offensive end and move the ball and actually get a really good look, instead of just trying to be stagnant with the ball, good things happen with Indiana. It was just great, beautiful to see out of the Hoosiers tonight. Trey Galloway, you mentioned it, 9 assists. He played really good. Obviously, when Gabe Cupps went out with 2 fouls, Trey Galloway became the only ball handler. And CJ Gunn stepped in, and he showed some good moments as well as far as handling the ball and playing that 2 guard off of Trey. So props to Trey Galloway. He's playing like a senior. He's been playing really, really well lately, and he's really stepped up. So just overall, the ball movement, really, really nice from Indiana. You just kind of hope that, moving forward, they just keep up that same type of pace.
Yeah, and then the last thing I want to get to is what I think all fans want to hear about. Indiana hit 12 threes, the most in the Mike Woodson era, the most since the last time I'm pretty sure they played against North Alabama, which is in the Archie Miller era. Kyler, 12 threes on 24, 50% from the 3-point line. What did you see from there?
Yeah, it was honestly pretty outstanding to watch. I think Mike Woodson shed a little sigh of relief there because, he's been hammered a lot with the 3-point shooting, and he said consistently, we're taking enough threes, but, we're just not making them. Tonight, they made them, and they did a really good job. They had threes from, I don't know, I want to say 5 different guys or so off the top of my head, but obviously Malik Renew was there, Trey Galloway, Mackenzie and Baco, Caleb Banks even hit one. I think Gabe Cupps had one as well, Anthony Walker. So those guys all stepped up. And it just shows, Indiana just got better tonight. I really do believe so. It was just good to see Indiana play. They played a complete game. I will say that. The 3-point shooting was great. I think Indiana fans are going to love that. But the fact that they just, took care of business against a lesser opponent, I think that's what really Indiana fans were looking for from the start, of this game. So they played with a chip on their shoulder. They didn't give, the Indiana fan base a heart attack. And then they just took care of business tonight. So I think that's the best part about this Indiana game tonight. They took care of business and, they can move into Christmas break a little relaxed and everything, get some healed up, and hopefully you think Xavier Johnson may be able to come back next week. And he's got another 8 days to rest up. He was showing some light shooting a little bit today, so that's a good sign. So we'll see. But Indiana goes into the Christmas break with the win. I think this is their ninth win of the season. So, as the Indiana fan base, you got to be really happy about that.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Indiana basketball gets a little break before their next game, their last non-conference game of the season, hosting Kennesaw State 2 days, Friday, December 29th, 2 days before the new year. The last time we'll see Indiana in 2023 before they jump into the Big Ten schedule. As always, for all things Indiana athletics, follow Indiana_FRN on Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube for Hoosier Illustrated and the Spotify as well. As always, this is the Hoosier Illustrated recap. I'm Drew Rosenberg. That's Tyler Staley. Thanks for watching.